Hey guys and welcome to Brit Talk English. Oggi impareremo a usare il zero and first conditionals che a volte creano un po' di confusione per gli studenti visto che seguiamo regole diverse quando si tratta di frasi condizionali. Infatti impareremo quali sono queste differenze così che possiamo esprimerci in modo fluente ed efficace. Prima di iniziare iscriviti al mio canale YouTube e attiva il campanello per non perdere mai una lezione. Are you ready? Let's go! In English, there are four main kinds of conditionals. The zero conditional. If I miss my bus, I take a taxi to work. The first conditional. If I have time, I will write you a letter. The second conditional. If I won the lottery, I would buy a house. And the third conditional. If I had studied more, I would have passed the exam. All conditional sentences are composed of two clauses. A condition, starting with if, and a result. The zero and the first conditionals are the most common, I più comuni, and these are the ones we will look at today. So let's start with the zero conditional. First, I want you to read these sentences with me. When it snows, I stay at home. Quando nevica, sto a casa. When I am cold, I turn on the heating. Quando ho freddo, accendo il riscaldamento. When I'm too tired to cook, I buy a takeaway. Quando sono troppo stanca per cucinare, ordino del cibo a domicilio. So, do you know another word that could replace the word when? Conosci un'altra parola che potrebbe sostituire la parola when? Metti la lezione in pausa se vuoi pensarci un attimo. The word that can replace when is the word if. So if it snows, I stay at home. If I'm cold, I turn on the heating. And if I'm too tired to cook, I buy a takeaway. In these examples, we have created the zero conditional. The structure, la struttura, is if plus the present simple for the condition, so snows, am, I'm, plus the present simple for the result, stay, turn, buy. So in the zero conditional, the words if and when are interchangeable, intercambiabili. This is because the zero conditional is used to talk about general truths, un verità o un fatto generale. So let's look at some more examples. If it rains, I take my umbrella to work. If the weather is nice, I go to the beach. If she misses the train, she takes a taxi. As you can see, we can replace the word if with the word when in these examples too. So when it rains, I take my umbrella to work. When the weather is nice, I go to the beach. When she misses her train, she takes a taxi. In fact, as the zero conditional is used to talk about general truths, un verità o un fatto generale, it is often used to talk about routines, la routine, o quindi attività quotidiane. For example, if I have time in the morning, I often read the news. If my mum comes to stay, we always go out for lunch. If the weather is nice, we sometimes go to the park. A big clue, un indizio importante of when we use the zero conditional is when we use adverbs of frequency, such as always, never, sometimes, occasionally, and often. So if you want to create a conditional with an adverb of frequency, you will probably need the zero conditional. So here we have, I often read the news, we always go out for lunch, we sometimes go to the park. Another thing to remember about conditionals is that clause 1 and clause 2 can appear in different positions. So clause 2, the result, we can put at the beginning of the sentence. Clause 1, the condition, we can put at the end of the sentence if the weather is nice. So they sometimes go to the park if the weather is nice. So to sum up, the zero conditional is used to talk about general truths. The word if can be replaced with the word when, and it is often used to talk about routines. Its structure is if plus the present simple for the condition plus the present simple for the result. For example, if I drink coffee, I get a headache. Or we can put the result at the beginning of the sentence. So I get a headache if I drink coffee. Now, how is the zero conditional different from the first conditional? Let's have a look at some examples of the first conditional together. If I miss my bus tomorrow, I will phone you. If the weather is nice this weekend, we will go to the beach. If you teach me English, I will teach you French. So, what's the difference? Well, the structure, la struttura, is different. With the zero conditional, we only use the present simple, but for the first conditional, we use if plus the present simple for the condition, miss, is, teach, plus the future simple for the result. I will phone you, we will go to the beach, I will teach you French. But when do we use it? Ma quando si usa esattamente? The first conditional is used when the condition is based on a real-life situation and the result is possible or likely to happen in the future. Quindi si usa quando la condizione è basata su una situazione vera e il risultato è possibile ed è probabile che questo succederà nel futuro. Quindi con il first conditional non stiamo parlando delle routine o dei fatti generali. Facciamo un paragone tra il zero conditional e il first conditional. If I go to the swimming pool, I stay in the water for hours. Se vado in piscina, rimango nell'acqua per delle ore. Qui stiamo parlando di un fatto generale e potremmo anche sostituire quella parola if con la parola when. Con il first conditional invece, if I go to the swimming pool tomorrow, I will take Jake with me. Quindi qui non stiamo parlando di un fatto generale, però stiamo parlando di un real situation with a result in the future. Facciamo un altro esempio. If you don't put on sunscreen, your skin burns. Questo è un fatto generale. Magari sto spiegando a un bambino o una bambina il motivo per cui si deve mettere la crema solare. Invece nel first conditional potremmo dire if you don't put on sunscreen, your skin will burn. Quindi qui, invece, magari stai parlando ad uno come me con le lentiggini e la pelle chiara che viene in una spiaggia italiana per la prima volta e mi dici guarda, con la tua pelle sensibile, se tu non metti la crema ti scotterai. Quindi qui non stiamo parlando di un fatto generale, una routine, ma piuttosto una condizione basata su una situazione reale che avrà un risultato nel futuro. Come nel zero conditional, possiamo cambiare l'ordine delle frasi. Ma qui bisogna stare attenti perché dopo if ci va il present e non il future simple. Ed è qui che è anche diverso dall'italiano, perché in italiano si può seguire la parola se con il futuro. Se farà bel tempo, se verrai con me, se andrò in palestra, eccetera. Invece in inglese la parola if non viene mai seguita dalla parola will. Quindi per cambiare l'ordine possiamo mettere il risultato all'inizio della frase, ma sempre mantenendo il future simple, e nel frattempo possiamo mettere la condizione alla fine della frase dopo if. Okay, so let's look at some more examples and you can decide if we need the zero conditional or the first conditional. Let's do the first one together. If she go to the market, she often buys some fresh bread. So, are we talking about a general truth or a real situation with a future result? Metti il video in pausa se vuoi pensarci un attimo. Exactly, we're talking about a general truth, and we know that because there is the adverb often. And as we know, adverbs of frequency such as sometimes, often, never are used to talk about routines. So here we need the zero conditional. If she goes to the market, she often buys some fresh bread. And let's take a look at another example. If the weather to be nice, they go to their grandparents' house next weekend. Again, you can pause the video if you want to think about the answer. Here we have the time expression next weekend, so we know we are talking about a real situation with a future result. So, we need the first conditional. If the weather is nice, they will go to their grandparents' house. So to finish today's lesson, let's look at what we've learned today. The zero conditional is used to talk about general truths. The word if can be replaced with the word when. The zero conditional is often used to talk about routines. Its structure is if plus the present simple plus the present simple, or present simple for the result plus if plus the present simple for the condition. So if my students learn something, I am always very happy. The first conditional is used for real situations with a future result. Its structure is if plus the present simple plus the future simple for the result. Or the future simple for the result plus if plus the present simple for the condition. So if you learned something today from this lesson, I will be very happy. So well done again for your hard work today. Non dimenticare di mettere un like se ti è piaciuta questa lezione. E se hai ancora delle domande puoi scrivermi nei commenti o puoi anche trovarmi su Facebook, Instagram e TikTok. Puoi anche trovare un link per i compiti e il riassunto di questa lezione nella descrizione del video. Continua così e ci vediamo alla prossima.